to repeat 10 times.
So I go silent, sir.
Yeah, okay, hello YouTube. Yeah, so yeah, max is really very high. And no swimmers, I woke up at 8. I was on a call at 8. Then after that, I looked at the 4-hour candle just now in Asia, and I saw that it already broke up. I finished my call, I went back to bed. But I'm still bullish. I still think price is going up to the weekly highs. It's just that at this current area, I'm not gonna buy. Yeah, I want it to retrace for me. Probably till 700, then I'll buy it. Other than that, I'm just going to chill. It's the last day of the week in the month. I'm not last day of the month. I'm not going to. And the quarter actually today. If your charts are blurry, you might have to refresh your YouTube page. Or change your resolution. So I'm still long bias on GJ, same thing as Monday and Tuesday. I'm still aiming for the weekly highs, but right now price the previous 4-hour close very weak. Close for a new higher high, but it's quite weak. So I think that price might come back down to do a retracement first before I'm willing to buy it again. Because if I buy it here, it's too high for me to buy. and the way I'm looking at the structure on the 1 hour is not convincing to buy. So I'm going to wait. So even if I take sells on GJ, it will be a higher time frame retracement, not a change of trend. So far, Dre, we can show you all live. Anyway, I'm going to post this tonight. Refreshing it. For the last 2 weeks, since the 21st till now, 1st of April, 1.8%. So yeah. So it's for the month of March, I think I'm still down. Yeah, for the month of March, I'm still down. But the last 2 weeks was slightly positive. Is the live stream messing with my psychology? No, it's not. The losing streak previously that I had was my own fault. I took in too much info and it clouded my judgment. It's nothing to do with the live stream. Unless you want me to go up the live stream, I can do that. And I think Faisal's gone already. After that time, we kept telling him not to call numbers. We got a new one now. We got a new Faisal.
My sus lost brother.
Nah, don't worry, Dre. Like, I like the YouTube crowd during London session. I don't like the YouTube crowd at New York session. There are a lot of hungry wolves there, so that is also part of the reason why I took off my streams at that time. Because previously when I did my streams, right, I went all the way from London open to London close, and that coincided with the New York traders. And there are a lot of hungry wolves at that time. So I don't like that trading time. On YouTube anyway. It's like people have no control and they're desperate as hell. Everything they want to enter. So for me, most of the time, especially at this juncture where London has, the clocks have shifted back, right? So far the trades are earlier in the day. New York has been trash, honestly. Most of the losses I took this week were in New York. Yeah, it's really hungry wolf. Immediately after is the pre-New York session, there's also hungry wolves at that time. So if you notice, I tend to go off at that time because there's nothing to trade at that time. And if you want to force a trade at that time, you can force yourself. I'm not going to join you in that losing party. That's why I always say take a break before New York session starts. What do I think you could have done better? Matthias, at this area, right, if you look at the 30-minute, the fact that this candle, for me, personally, if I just look at this time frame alone, right, the fact that it failed to close above, right, it showed me that the bullish momentum was lost. So if you're expecting price to continue higher, it needs to do a pullback first. So when normally in a healthy trend, right, price will do a relatively healthy pullback. This is not healthy. This one, price just did this. It went up, pulled back, went up, and then it started to do this. So when it does this, right, if the trend is healthy, it will break out to the upside. So you gotta wait for the price to confirm that it wants to break out first. So I think you didn't really wait for it to break out. Plus, if you look at the previous bullish candles, this one here, where I think you entered, this candle didn't even break close above the highs also. So it showed me that the price the buyers and sellers were stuck in this area. No one is stronger than the other, but the overall trend is bullish, so just wait for price to break out. If you want to enter on the lower time frame, I will just let it break out first, speed test to confirm, then I'll take it long. So this one could be the first sign. If you can hold these areas here first, if let's say you cannot hold this area, it's going to come down deeper. So I am not sure whether this minor level will hold or this 1 hour level will hold. So I'm not pulling the trigger, because this whole area now is higher time frame consolidation for me. And if I look at the 4 hour candle, right, it's super weak. Big bullish 4 hour candle, then tiny candles. It's also another signal that the bullish momentum already went no more. And we are near a highs on the 4 hour, so I don't want to buy here to bang into this. That's what I did just now and it was stupid. So I'm gonna wait for it to come down, then I'll buy again. Current candle close above, then potential buy. These are the morning star. That's me. Because you have your, I think these two purple line is your weekly zone, right? So this 3 pattern is morning star pattern. So if it rejects, yes, it could potentially come up. Plus this level for me, weekly support. How come your candles look so different? Let me see. Oh, this currency com. I don't have this formation though on my broker. So if you are trading this formation, right, double check if your broker's gold chart has this formation. So with gold, I know the various market makers have different charts. Like sometimes their candlesticks form differently, so you double check first. Is the Camden market even open, Andy? Oh. 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 Same with all the other eateries, right? Gold is looking quite interesting because it's failing to break the lows already. Previous low was here. None of the prices have broke it yet on the daily. Let me draw. I never had any gulag, Muhammad. Or MD, whatever your name is. I never had a gulag. What's this blue line? Oh, sorry. I don't know, someone's asking for a gulag. Oh, sorry. I'm waiting for the 4-hour close before I even do anything. Yeah, because like when I read this low here, right? This was the previous 4-hour and weekly low, I think. When price came down on this big bearish move, failed to break that low. That was a sign that, okay, maybe this zone is going to hold. Then the next one tried again, failed to break it again. And then now this one is closing bullish. And this bullish candle didn't even break the low. So I think it might be a start of the move up. Am I reading it correctly, Andy? Am I reading it correctly, Andy? This is my invalidation. This one. Yeah. That's why I'm waiting for the 4-hour. Yeah. On Go, the pullback is not as clean as GJ. You know how GJ will respect the 50 to the 38 on the minor pullback? Go is not that clean if you use the same method on the 4-hour. I think each of the pairs have their own pattern. Go will do very shallow retracement if it's in a strong trend. Like now. It will just tap the 38, then it will continue without you. So that's the behavior I found for Go. Which is also why on this, I don't know whether I flipped this correctly, but based on what we were discussing just now, this is the latest move down, right? So this area down is still holding the 38, so I don't trust it yet to go up. That's why I can see why you would say that it might come down also. Because so far, every time I held the 38, it came down lower. Maybe goes deep retracement is 50 and above. 1676. Potentially. Unless this current 4-hour candle can close above all this move down, maybe I will consider. Other than that, no. I'm not confident in the longs yet. The way I'm reading this, right, it looks like GU is going up. Yeah, and I was also gonna ask what's the difference. But then there's a lot of 4-hour levels. No, but everything is a 4-hour level. I think this is the recent support, maybe. That's why you put different color. But the way I see this, what is your entry criteria? Like selling, you're not in sales yet, right? Because based on this, okay, wait, let me go into my own charts. You want to sell because it's at resistance, but what is your entry criteria? Wow, Alexi, what's that sound? Sound like you're playing with glass. Left you in the lurch. EA. Wee! Wee wee! Just wait. Medan is in Indonesia, right? I always thought Medan was in Philippines, you know, I don't know why. My bad. Yes. Aceh is the one that got war that time. Yes. Let me see. It's just consolidating ini. Today London is nothingness. Asia to London move 100 pips. Today we chill. Usually the last few months, on the last day of the month, New York has had like a damn big move. Maybe today is the same. Why do I think it will pull back that hard? Because let me find the zone. Okay, so this level here, right, is a 4-hour resistance. So for me, if price wants to break a strong zone, it cannot do a shallow retracement then break. I haven't really seen it happening either. So I need it to come down to at least some kind of deep, slightly deeper retracement before boom, it goes in to break this area again. So if you look at the left on the previous 4-hour, right, all these were 4-hour resistance. Here, and here, and here. Look at GJ's behavior every time. So if you pull this, for me, how I looked at it, the retracement on the this was the first high that broke, right? This week, this one here. So when it pulled back, this area here, 61. It has to come into at least these areas before I consider it healthy enough to break the highs. If not, if it goes to 38, I don't trust it enough to break the highs. It's going to come into near the highs, make a lower high, and then come back down again to push again. So that's just behavior that I've noticed on GJ. So again, if you pull the next one that broke, this high here, go again, 61, go again, this one broke the high, so you're waiting for the retracement, pull, 61. So that's why I still think it's bullish. So now this one broke the highs, the next 4-hour candle is weak AF. So I think it's gonna pull back. So roughly around where? I have around this area. That's why. Isn't an autopad like a kick scooter? Why y'all call it such a interesting name? Autopad. So oh, Indonesia. I thought in UK. No? It's... No, it's called a kick scooter. For us. No, scooter has engine. Motorbike. Yeah. Moped. Moped is electric bicycle. Small scooter. No. Yes, it's Alexis' middle name. How to spell? Trishaw. Rickshaw. Yeah, this kind is we classify it as e-scooters. Yeah, different name. This shit is like semi. I wouldn't say banned, but you need a license now. Skateboard. One wheel? Like this? No, they got this one and they have those that is the electric skateboard itself. I forgot the brand. Yeah. Yes, on the streets. I am like, oh my god, that's freaking dangerous. And they go damn fast. And when I look at their roads, right, I'm like, oh my god, the moment this person goes in a pothole, right, bye bye. And the New York roads have a lot of potholes. Yeah, they do. Yeah, the e-scooters, I don't think they were banned, but they just, like, you have to license, you have to register the license now. Because someone died. Need license what, right, Pak? E-scooter. If it goes above a certain speed. Electric skateboard confirm cannot. That one will kena okong, I think. I complain. Come, where you stay? I go and tell the Cisco to stand outside. I considered buying the one wheel before. But the reservoir, right? You stay there. I considered buying the one wheel before last time. Then after that, I could only play with it in the parks. Now I was like, that's stupid. Waste my time. If I can use it as a mode of transport, I will consider. But cannot. Yeah, that's why. The park connector more dangerous. If I really play there. Bang into one old person, die. I next one on the news, I think. Am I considering selling GJ? Maybe. If he has the correct sell signal. As of now, not yet for me. Because based on the 1 hour, right, GJ is breaking all the previous highs. So I don't like buying when the price action is very squished like this, when my targets is just here. Like if I put my stop loss here, right, it is very minor structure that could easily come back, retest, go up, or it could come back to this area here to retest to go up. So I'm not really rushing to buy or sell. I didn't even know Indonesia has MRT. Only in Jakarta, is it? Hey shit, why I call it MRT? Damn. Oh. New train system. Oh, and it's new. Bruh. 2019 is quite new. Damn. Indeed, if this one broke the high, but it still closes bearish, right? You need it to break the low also. Yeah. The previous candle low. Before you consider the sells. Lower. So this one, okay. That means this one broke the previous high, but it still closed bearish. So this is the invalidation, right? So if the next one cannot break this, go down. The moment it passes here, BE. True, cause it could bounce. Yeah. Yeah, Martin, maybe it's a pullback area that we are considering. Andy, I can hear your music. Oh, gold looks like it's going to range already. Today. Yeah. Yeah, in the New York session. So if price doesn't form anything, then I won't touch gold. I'm gonna be super picky in my trades today already, moving forward. For today, it's the last day. I'll take after, probably after the news, then I'll consider. You got ignored, Andy. Thoughts on gold is ranging. I'm waiting for the 4-hour close on gold before I do anything. Right now, on the 4-hour, this whole area here is range. Price didn't break the low, neither did it break the high. So am I going to touch it? Nope. Simple. Don't touch. It's ranging. Danger, danger. Let me see. When a candle breaks the previous high but closes bearish, do I find that invalid? How do I usually approach a setup? This to me, right, Cameron, is very, very, very messy price action. This area here is just range. There's not really a clear structure, so I stay away. Because I'm not sure, so I stay away first until it breaks out of this range. You found what you're looking for, Alexi? Okay, go find again. Yes. I kicked him again. Regarding the retracement, why do I consider 151,700 instead of the daily support around 151,900? There are potential areas, so if you see the way I put my fib, right? Anywhere, like, it's just an area of interest. So if you want to, okay, maybe I shouldn't put this because it might confuse some of you. Just wait for it to pull back into this area. One of these here, go up. If not, actually, you know what? No, I'll just put this. Just wait for these 3 zones. So once it reaches these price points, right, just wait for bullish confirmations, then you can take an entry again. Because for price to continue higher, a retrace, this is a big bullish move. So price needs to go up, which he already did, come down decent enough. So decent is 1, 2, 3. Come down into this area, bullish confirmation, go again. General idea is like that. Yeah, for the Forex, it's a matter of buying low. So if you have a choice, right? My interpretation of it is, if I'm going to buy at this area, most optimal point, this, right, is the most discounted area, something like that. So the idea is that I'm anticipating price to pull back into these areas before I take longs again, because I don't want it to make a very shallow retracement and then pull up a little bit and then come back down for me again, because that is going to hit my stop loss. Sell below 152.05 till 151.900. Yep, this is the Raja entry. So those trading 10 pips, if you want to take your impulse sells for this clean area here, just know that this is, you are trading against the trend, that's all. Just manage your risk accordingly. Can you all hear the wind? Is it very loud? Okay. Because I wore like my headphones, I still can hear it, so I thought it's loud. So hot today. Yeah. So hot. It's getting hotter. Wow. It really rained yesterday. I died yesterday. For me to KO means I'm really damn tired. I'm usually a very light sleeper. I didn't even know there's a thunderstorm. Serious? I thought if you exercise before bed, right? For me, I feel even more energetic after that. And I find it harder to sleep. No, but yesterday I really just KO'd. Alexi also said, well, I've been sleeping very early. Usually I stay at what, like 2 plus 3. Now 1 o'clock. I was reading your Elliot Wave thing yesterday. The book read me after that. I woke up today, my iPad was still on. Elliot Wave read me. No, I don't think it will. I barely even got through the whole chapter, bro. I read a bit and I let my eyes like, okay, closing already. Cannot. But I've been very tired, don't know why. 152. Yeah, it's the same move on the 15 and on the 1 hour. Is all this clean candle that you're aiming for. That's about it. So I'm not saying you cannot trade that. If you just want this area, then yes, this is a scalp. That's why I said just understand that you're trading it. 15 minute, 1 hour doesn't matter, it's the same area. You're trading against the higher time frame trend, so just manage your risk accordingly. Am I going to open the mentorship again this year? Yes, but probably maybe in May. I have a few people that are still on the waiting list, Cameron. I have to get back to them first. So once I fill up those slots with them, right, then I will announce again. So if you want, you can I either do an announcement on my Instagram or on the IG. On Discord. I'll update again. I'm in the midst of cleaning up the Zoom also. Faiza, I don't paste my link in Slack anymore because of certain reasons. So, is Luke not streaming today? That's why you are here. Is Luke off today? Oh, Luke didn't stream. No wonder the people who are on Luke's stream are on my stream today. Yeah, Luke doesn't stream for very long. He'll take his trade, then I think he'll go off after that. Hmm. I just don't like the price action here. Like, it's, to me, this kind of trades, right? This candle, I think you enter on this one here. This was your impulse entry, anticipating London Open to carry you up, right? But also understand that Asia already moved 100 pips. That is a very, very big move. It pushed from here when it opened all the way 100 pips already. When the 4-hour candle closed like this, there's a severe loss in bullish momentum, so you got to take the longs a bit slower. It means impulse entries high chance will not work because there's no more bullish momentum to carry you up. And if you don't have bullish momentum, you cannot take a trade long on an impulse entry. It will more likely than not stop you up. So a hint is when I saw price closing side by side like this, I just didn't want to touch any more longs or shorts. So for me, that's my read of this area here. So if you look at your entry, you were entering right in the range, and this wasn't really a very strong breakout also. It didn't even close above the wick. Broke above, but didn't close above. So it technically rejected these highs, if you ask me. Samuel, what time frame? You gotta tell me what's your time frame. I cannot tell you any help or not, because it depends on your entry time frame, right? Yeah, Samuel, why don't you send your chart also? Like, if you entered, you tell me entry, but you never tell me stop loss. And I don't know your plan. Easier if you send me a chart also, right? You entered because it broke the Asian high. Oh. Yeah, Freighter is right. It's very hard for me to tell you. I can tell you zones I'm watching out for, that's about it. 137, 600 is a daily zone for me. This whole, sorry, 138, this area here, as I trade into it, I can only tell you to watch out for this. Because price rejected heavily off that zone yesterday. I mean, if you buy it because it broke the Asian high, where's TP, where's stop loss? Yeah, it's very hard to say. I cannot advise you, Samuel. I really don't know how you trade. Because I don't scout. You might just be aiming for these highs on the structure of the 5 minute, right? I don't know also. So right now, if you're trading this Asia highs, I believe it's here. Broke. Once you break this structure, then your trade technically should continue going up, right? That's all I can say. Which is not very helpful, I know. But Samuel, if you want to mentor somebody, right, you need to set the example first. The 4 hour haven't even closed, Rico. Still got 1 more hour. Yeah, Samuel, I understand you're trying to get the second opinion, but because if I tell you my second opinion based on how I trade, right, you will close your trade. I can guarantee if you're scalping, you'll close your trade. So that's why I'm careful about what I say. You went all in. You okay. Please don't sell a course. Why you laugh? What's... Bruh, you turn on your mic just to laugh. What's wrong with you? As in, it's only... It's ethical, right? If you... Okay. If you want to be a mentor to somebody, you need to set the right behavior. If you cannot even show the right behavior, right, don't scam people. That is very, very unethical. Yes, he said before. He said it before. Yeah, but why go all in? Don't understand. Yeah. You are definitely not ready, Samuel. Please don't. What's MS? Monthly structure, I think. Weekly structure. Right? Hmm? Because of what? I think it's structure. Oh, monthly support, you're right. You're right. Okay. 1,000 rupiah. I think, okay, Sarah, my 2 cents is mentoring somebody else, right, is not just about you having consistent wins. That is just a very small part of the game. The people in my Zoom, right, they stuck with me even though I lost for the major part of March. So the few of them that are with me, those that I've spoken to, right, they are with me because of how I manage my psychology. It's not about whether you keep winning or not. People who get pissed off with me and left the community because I kept taking losses, they have the wrong mindset about trading. So being consistent is being a consistent winner in trading is a very small part of it. Oh, you don't want to mentor anymore? I thought you wanted to sell a course and mentor people. You change your mind? It's really not that easy, trust me. You don't want that pressure, man. We need to break the monthly support, then you will be fine. 130. But if you know that you are approaching the monthly support, right? Question is, why not wait for it to break first, then you buy? Because if you buy here, then won't you be scared when you approach this area and then it rejects? No, Samuel. Every Tom, Dick and Harry is selling a course. They are not mentoring. They're just selling a course. It's different. It's very easy to sell a course and very easy to earn money from it. One-to-one coaching is a totally different thing. It's more personal. People tell you a lot more things. You work more with a trader psychology, I think. You should have waited, but price looked bullish and volume was kicking, so is that FOMO? Because if you know the zone is just above you, if the volume is there, right, at least let it break first, then you have nothing in your way to this area. See, you have such clean area above based on your zones. Better, no? Less headache. That's my point of view. That's why I say if I tell you what it is, you might want to close your trade. Monthly support is there but not so important. Okay, we have very different views of monthly support then. For me, if I have in terms of strength, right, if I'm using your charts and I have this zone versus this zone, this thing is stronger than this one for me. There's a difference in the strength of zones also. Yeah, it's like a wall. It's like, to me, if this is a monthly, this is Great Wall of China. This is maybe the wall in my house. Let's see, what's this price? 3757. Monthly support. What do I think about Capital Hungry? Just another trader. I think he's known for his fundamental analysis, right? Other than that, and his 1 minute trades based off fundamental analysis. Other than that, I don't really know much. But if you trade the 5 minute, right? Why would you need monthly or weekly? Because it's an intraday trade. I don't know, just a question. Yeah, because you are trading the lower time frame, Samuel, so monthly and weekly is too far for you. Like, it makes, like, doesn't give you enough info. You'll be more concerned about recent structure, like you said, because your stop loss is very tight. So monthly and weekly usually doesn't matter for a lower time frame trader. GJ is a useless currency, trade goal. Your choice. I don't think it's useless. It's been paying my bills, so I like it. Aiden is savage today. Yeah, whoever's asking what I'm waiting for, I want it to retrace. Because this area is approaching a TP area for me. Those that scout, I don't scout. Unfortunately, those that are joining the stream for the first time, I don't scout. So you will not see much action on my stream. I'm waiting for the 4-hour close also. But the final target that I have today is 150 to 550. That's all I can say. I know where I'm aiming for, I just need to wait for a better price to buy. Do I trade NFP news? NFP news is not tradable, it's gambleable. Don't gamble on the news, man. That's like the biggest event where the banks like to take your money. Where spreads. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a bank holiday on Friday. Major markets are closed except for the US market. So just take a long weekend, man. Why gamble on the news? If you want to gamble on NFP, Wicks Don't Lie does it. Please go there. Not my channel. Because I don't agree with it. It is gambling. Well, Wicro don't have channel. Rico, start your channel. Only open one day of the month. NFP day. Yeah, Rayman, I don't know. I really don't know about whether Capital Hungry makes his money from courses or whatever. I really don't know. And I'm not one to judge because I don't have access to his books. But either way, if you agree with his trading style, right, and you agree with his method of trading, his viewpoints about the fundamentals, then it fits your strategy, then why not? Yeah, Eden is entirely right. Capital Hungry is Canadian or American? Oh, I didn't even know. I thought it was American. Canadian. Canadian. He is Kanasai. If you know, you know. You're lost. Alexis. Alexis Opisai. No. I caught you. Opisai. Bro, autism is not a disability, by the way. Oh, you worse. Yeah, brother. And I say I'm waiting for a 4-hour close. Then that will confirm new 4-hour will most likely retrace. Oh no. No, Jai. Because the previous 4-hour, right, it closed. There were a few reasons why I was waiting for the 4-hour close. Because 4-hour would tell me what is the trend like and whether the trend is strong or not. So for me, this previous 4-hour close was very weak bullish. And then after that, when I went down to the 1-hour, right, price was 1 hour and 15, price was stuck in this consolidation. So personally for me, if I see price action like this, right, I stay out until the next what should I call this kind of time? It's not a session change, but it's a significant time, which is a 4-hour close. So I'll wait for that timing for me to look at structure again. And then reassess my trade and my plan. Yeah, it doesn't mean that on the 4-hour close it will retrace. No. Based on how this 4-hour is closing, right? I need to reanalyze. Oh, controller FX is Canadian also. I didn't know that. Damn. Yeah, I take my trades a lot slower, so if I don't get a nice pullback to buy low, right, sometimes I'll let the trade go. Like I won't chase at a high, because for me, my final target, right, that I am confident of is this level here. So this area is shrinking as price goes up, and my only comfortable level to put my stop loss is below this. So that would mess with my risk reward and means I don't take my trade. So personally, I just stay out. Does it mean lost profits? Yes, but it doesn't meet my plan. So I'm aiming for the previous week high. Because if we look at the daily, it's very obvious it's going to fail actually. Yeah. How best can you grow $100 account? I think you need to take your trade slowly. Get some consistency first before you trade live. If you're hoping to flip the account, it is not going to work. If you're trading $100 account, right, it means it's a cent account, I think. Either that or you're going to over leverage on a normal standard account. To that I say you might as well save up first. I rather you save for at least $1,000 US dollars than go live. If not, you won't have enough space to manage the trade, I would say. It's a bit tight unless you over margin. That's my point of view. What's the reasoning behind a weak fill? For me, if the probability of it filling, right, is unknown, so it's not a guarantee. But the way, if you look at the bullish momentum, right, it's strong, right? On the weekly, it's strong. So if price managed to reach, if the buyers managed to reach these previous highs before, and now there is strong bullish momentum, this is a logical target. So they will go back to where they started to push price down first. So it's about, if I go really in depth into it, it's about where previous sellers placed their stop losses also. So this is a bearish candle, right? Obviously some people sold here. So where's the stop loss gonna be? Above. So if I'm a buyer, I will go and target them. It's a bit more technical. I am not explaining it super well, but I hope you get the idea. If you just look at it in terms of like the candle structure itself, it's just where price left a trace. Something like that, Jai. If that makes sense. Andy, this one look like your best friend's chart eh. He had these colors before. Botched. Oh. Wrong. Isn't this the wrong red? This is pink. Bruh. Choose the correct red. And you have to refit already, right? This one. Because the 4 hour broke the high. Refit from here. Like this. Because it's gonna continue up. It will break the previous level. So you're going to see how far it wants to come down. How come? Oh. Yeah. Fair enough. I don't know, this price action now is I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this. This is very dangerous for me to buy. This is like, remember last time we were talking about Gruella and the ascending, whatever this is called, ascending channel. After that, boom, break up. Pull back and then go again. Yeah, rising flag. Yeah. It's some kind of reversal pattern, I think. It's unhealthy, it's like overextension. and me. $152 500 week. 150. What time frame, Edward? Let me see. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the previous weekly high also. How will the ADP non-farm news affect US dollar? You're asking me for direction, Sunny? I don't know. I really don't know. When it approaches that time, right? I will stay away from gold. I will just like I really don't really understand fundamentals and how it really affects my pairs, but I know it will affect the dollar, so I will stay away. Because all these are just predictions, right? The numbers here, they are all forecasts. Nobody really knows the true numbers until they come out. So for me, I personally just don't want to be in a trade when that happens. Plus, I really suck at fundamentals. It has never helped me in my trading, so I decided not to input it into my analysis. Lost a lot on fundamental even though when it was supposed to be in that direction. Yeah, when I first started trading, right, I also thought the forecast is like that, it's supposed to go that direction, and shit, flip the other way. So I decided that it doesn't do me any good, so I just stayed away. Preference. And the time frames that I trade, right, I don't think it really affects me. Not in a major sense, other than hitting my stop loss. It's either it flies really far and hit my TP, which I haven't really seen the case. Like last time when I was trading, I think maybe 2 to 3 years back, right? NFP had an impact. Now NFP is nothing. The moves now on NFP is like a normal move on GJ already. So anyway, it's only for like, you just need to stay away from the news for about an hour, and then after that it should clear and continue in the overall trend. It doesn't change the trend, it just has weird spikes. You hear my dad talking? Like walking around the house. Can you hear him? Let's see. Like talking really loudly around the house. This move looks like it's a lot, right? But I don't even think it actually makes sense. Let me see. It's like barely even 20 pips from our entry just now, Edward. It's like you grind so long, then what the hell? 20 pips only. Oh, our close is coming. GJ is... No, I mean gold is disgusting. I'm not touching it. This 4-hour candle didn't even break the most recent resistance. He's rejecting from this area. So this looks like range to me. Price should continue just playing around here until the ADP later. So on GJ, this 4-hour close also, there's still some bullish momentum. Whether or not it's enough to carry all the way up to 152, 550, I'm not sure. I still think it will pull back. So I'll be watching for the pullback. If I don't have the pullback, I will not enter. What news in 6 minutes? I'm talking about the European news. This one. Oh. Lagarde is on though. Why is she speaking? But if you're trading GJ, the European CPI shouldn't really affect you, right? Should affect the euro, I think. The euro pairs. How many trades do I take per day? Max 3. But if I have one trade, right, I will just manage that one trade. So I'll throw my stop loss and whatever not. Right? One trade doesn't mean I make lesser. So people inside my Zoom actually only take one trade on average. They don't even trade 5 times a week, I think. And they are all positive. So less is more. Let the RR work for you. I take I keep to my rules. 3 is 3. I don't take everything that the market gives me. How much can I make in one trade? It depends on the size I enter with, right? But on average, 2% per trade. Not really an issue based on the size I enter. But that means also there's also losses, right? Because I enter my trades, my normal size is 2%. So my trade management, once I reach 2R, I will close half. So I would have banked 2% on a trade. And everything above after that is bonus. So that's my bare minimum usually. Yeah, Aiden, you're exactly right. Like usually, even on my back testing, right, I usually can only enter one trade only. A good trade. Other than that, like I cannot enter more than once. On GJ at least. Because nobody wants to know. I think nobody asks how much can you lose because a lot of people pretend it doesn't exist. It's natural human behavior. We don't like pain. Yeah, so nobody wants to know how much you can lose. But the upside is always questionable, right? Because I made a lot in January, February. I gave almost everything back in March. So it's a big swing in trading, it's like that. Why do you have to look for another trade if it doesn't meet your setup? Like for me, I have a window of times that I would trade. Other than that, I have a life outside trading. I need balance. If I sink into the charts the whole day, right, then it defeats the purpose of trading really. Why does everyone have a beef with controller FX? Even Raja has no kind words for him. I don't know what Raja said. I don't really care. But controller FX and Raja kind of enter the trades the same way. That's all I can see. I never really listened to controller FX stream. Everyone has beef with everyone. Why can't people just be neutral? It doesn't matter, right? Everyone's strategy is different. They can win in different ways. If you don't agree with something, it doesn't mean that they are wrong. Just don't follow. Yeah, my stream is Switzerland. We don't care about outside. How many pips do I prefer for stop loss? There is no standard number. I use structure to place my stop loss. So for example, if I take a trade on a break and retest on the 15-minute, right, I'll look for the nearest structure to place my stop loss. So it could be the nearest support or resistance depending on where I enter. I don't have a fixed number, but I know that if my stop loss is more than 30 pips, more often than not I don't enter because it's too big already and I would have missed the trade. That's just behavior that I've seen on GJ. Other pairs I don't know. Samuel, please don't stir. I do not have beef with Raja, yeah? Please don't anyhow stir. MF people will come after me. Thanks. Why would I have beef with him? I have beef with nobody. The only person I have beef with is he who shall not be named. He's gone from my stream already. Yeah. I don't have beef with anybody. Yeah. Who did you hear that I have beef with? That person. The only person you should be asking is me. Hi L, do you have beef with Raja? No, I don't. Simple. Get it from the horse's mouth. Why listen to someone else who is not L? If there's another L, I would like to meet that person, cause I never knew my mom had a twin. I only know I have a brother. Sev. Samuel, I think you need to think about what you said before I blocked you. I had reasons to block. If you look at the people that I block on my streams, right, it's for a certain reason. I don't know, man. If I block him before, how come he's still here? Means I unblock, right? Which means I probably don't have beef with you, because the people I have beef with, they are blocked still. What made me decide to trade GBP JPY as my choice of pair? Understanding of the pair. That's number one. I like its volatility, because it's not a snail. Yeah, but it's really these two things. I've stuck with it for... Last time, I used to have like a whole long freaking list like this. No, not this. Close. Something like this. Then I'll go down the list having a trade criteria. Now my list is like that. Not even GU. It's just these two. So you gotta find your pairs that work best for your personality and your profitability, I guess. Samuel, I say again, I do not have beef with anybody. I eat beef. I don't have beef with anybody. Yeah, Robert, if yours is gold and oil, then stick with it, because you probably understand it, right? I don't understand oil. It frightens me. Sunswift. Profits not important. Because upside potential is a big question mark. I cannot even tell you how much I can make. And I don't have targets. I don't have daily target, I don't have weekly target, I don't have monthly or yearly target. My only target is to follow my process every time. You are unemployed looking for something. Okay, you gotta... If you are not working now and you're looking towards trading as a stable source of income, right? It is the wrong industry. With trading, it is full of uncertainty. If you need something stable, please work and trade. Like find a part-time job or something. Like don't just have trading as the main source of income. It doesn't work. It's very stressful and it will affect your trading. So the reason why you're asking about like my potential profits and stuff like that, right, is because you're trying to benchmark it to a salary. With trading, there is no such thing. upside is always non-guaranteed. The month of March normally a slow time of trade. March and April, I don't think it's slow though. It was choppy. But if you look at the moves in March, right, they were quite big actually. Just depends on what time frame you enter and what session you trade. So if you look at the swings on March, this, other than this area here, after it got out of the consolidation, it moved quite well actually. You don't have time to manage on the hourly chart. Is it better to look at the daily? I think if you don't really have time to look at the charts, right, but you still want to trade daily, the 4 hour is a good time frame. So all you have to do is just set your alarms at certain areas that you're waiting for, and don't come back to the charts until your alarm rings. So do your analysis on the 4 hour or the 1 hour, same theory. Then if price comes into it, set your alarm slightly before. So for example, if I'm waiting around this area, right, I'll just set my alarm somewhere like here. Right click. Even on the free trading view, you can set one alarm. Just set it there. When it rings, you know you can come back to your chart, have a quick look. If your setup is there, take it. Set your stop loss, set your TP. You're done. Because if your analysis is right, it shouldn't hit your stop loss, right? So you don't really need to go up on the super high time frames, honestly. When I was working last time, I traded on the 1 hour. It was still fine. I could still work and trade at the same time. Just that I don't have to keep looking at the charts. Do you have to pay for Tradingview? Are you asking if it's a must? It's not. I pay for it because that time it had a promotion. And if I, like, there are other ways around it, I'm not gonna say, but I hated the little ad that kept popping up at the side. So if that doesn't bother you, right, you really don't have to pay for Tradingview. Yeah, Nadim, at least you didn't. You identified this shitty area here. I didn't like this area either. That's why I stayed out. Nice scalp. 152, 469. I think those that paid for it, right, then you can just make use of the features that it has. Use the replay tool and practice your backtesting and stuff like that. Get better, hone your skills if you already paid for it. Samuel, scalping is not the best. It is one of the methods that works for you, but it's not the best. In my group on Zoom, right, we have scalpers, we have swing traders also. No one method is better than the others. So anybody that says there is one best method, that person is a scam. It's not the best, but you need a method and consistency. Yeah, but you're giving the wrong info to David. You're telling him to scalp because it's the best, but the question should be, you should ask David, what is his lifestyle like? What suits him? And what's his personality like? Then you will find the best method for him, instead of imposing your best method on him. You get it? Because maybe he might feel more comfortable on the higher time frames versus you feel more comfortable on the lower time frames. The lower time frames is stressful for some people, so you gotta find your sweet spot. Because on the reason why I'm saying that is because if you go on YouTube, right, every single person is claiming fast profits and they're all on the lower time frame, so there's a misconception there. Maybe David has to fill it up for himself also. Yeah. Yeah. And then you'll feel, I think it's like a, what if I never tried this? Then you'll never know the real feeling, I think. Gotta experience it yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. David likes holding on till it goes against him. How do you know that? Maybe David's trade management is on the daily. For him, for his trade to be invalid is if it breaks a certain point. If it didn't break that point, why is it wrong for him to hold his trade? So there are bigger things that go into consideration when a person manages their trade. It's like for me, if I took an entry like this, for example, when price broke this, let's say something like that. Okay, let's say I have my stop loss like this, right? When price comes against me like this, there are people that also ask me, "Oh, it broke the low, why are you not cutting the trade already?" And then my answer to that is, it didn't invalidate my area where I think I am wrong, so I hold my trade. Am I wrong? To some people I am, because to some people their trade management is when it breaks the previous candle low, cut the trade, and that is their management. But is it mine? No. Neither party is wrong. So you can't really make a sweeping statement like that, I think. Yeah, and David never really shared his chart, so even I don't know how he trades. He said his last trade on GU has been holding for 2 days. Yeah, but because he entered on the higher time frame, he entered on what? He said like daily, right? If I didn't remember wrongly, I think it's daily. So if it's a daily, you're gonna wait much longer for your trades. So if he's willing to wait and he's willing to be patient, his TP is probably way further than you also. Okay, like he's probably okay. You see, the thing about what you're saying, right, Samuel, is your sentence, he probably is still holding. That's what you did this time last year. You are putting your experience on David. It's not fair and it's not right. You have recency effect. Oh, I sound so clever. It's some psychological thing. You taking a loss at this time of the year on a certain time frame of chart doesn't mean that other people will take a loss. So you cannot put your own experience on someone else. They need to find that themselves. That's just my point of view. Which is why just now when you asked me for my 2 cents, right? I asked you 10 other questions back. Because I don't understand your trade, so I don't really want to comment because everyone has their own plan. It's like now you're profiting, right? So, are you wrong? To me, your trade is wrong. But what, are you really wrong? No, right? Because you made profits. So, waiting for GJ to create a high then enter on a pullback for retest. Yeah, Spencer, I don't like this extension. Looks a bit overextended to me. Plus this area for me to buy, if my target is at 550, risk reward is off for me. Yeah, my channel is for everyone to share their ideas freely. No critique. I respect everyone's idea as long as it comes with a chart. But if you call price alone with no analysis, I'll be quite harsh with you because I don't like it. It has zero value add to other people in the stream. Yeah, Spencer, even the 4-hour close, right? I don't know, I don't feel like I missed the trade actually. People who are feeling FOMO because big candle, ask yourself how you could have entered the trade. If you want to send in a chart of how you could have entered a trade or feedback, I don't mind. If not, then I'll be going off at this half an hour close. If you think this channel is educational, give a like. If you think this channel didn't take a trade today, give a like. Yeah, I saw the 4-hour support, but I was already KO'd in bid. They formed a nice new higher low. That was the best one. Because this was the pullback that we were talking about yesterday, right? On Zoom. Break, pullback, break, pullback. It was a very nice wave. This one. Sleeping. 1 hour, let's see. Yeah, but the 1 hour, this whole area is also quite tough to take an entry, I think, with this kind of price action. When I saw this morning when I woke up, like I tried to review how I would have taken the trade. Honestly, not the easiest decision. Unless I really broke it down. This was the previous 4-hour low, right? None of these candles broke the actual low, which means price is trying to still continue up. But all these tiny candles make it very hard to enter for me. I think I'm like the only one still streaming today. Most of the rest like looks like they went off already. They went off for the month. Oh, those who are on Raja's stream, right? I heard him saying he's stopping his streams for a few days, right? Do y'all know when? Okafor, again, can you turn off the caps lock? Every day we tell you that. Please. I can read every message, my chat doesn't go that fast. Don't need to put caps lock, I can read it. And the trade that you asked me yesterday, that was the only way I would have taken it. So I can show you now on stream since you are here with more explanation. So this is yours, right? This is your trade that you're asking, right? You asked me whether it's right to sell when it breaks the low. My answer is no. Because why? What is the concept of trading? Buy low, sell high. Why are you selling low? That's the number one no for me. If I wanted to sell, right, I would have sold here, like I told you. Because price already broke, retested, came back down again, retested. So this was the new resistance that formed. So when it then broke this level of support here, and it came back up and made a new lower high, right? This was my entry. I don't need to wait for it to break a support below. That is damn late. I would rather let the trade go. Because at all these areas here, you also see that price was doing rejections. What if it rejects at this area and then continues up? So this is riskier compared to selling from here. That is my 2 cents. Buy low, sell high. That's about it. The question was, when is he not streaming, Samuel? Not where is he going? I don't really care. When is he not streaming? I need to know so I can prepare. I think it's next week. Ah, okay. Then I will expect some things then next week. If you go into a stream feeling adrenaline, right? That is very stressful. But as long as you understand the trade, manage your risks, it's two different trading styles. You can choose which one you prefer. When he stops, I will smash it with the views. No, I won't. I won't even be streaming New York. Yeah, I think at that point in time, I think there is Sacha. Sacha's comes on Tuesday and Thursday, I think, on YouTube. I don't have New York streams anymore. Yeah, that's why I don't come on at New York, because the rest of the crowd in Raja streams, they are very desperate for a trade. They will not gel with my stream. That's why I stopped streaming at that time. Because they want quick pips. I cannot offer that. How is... You said what you want to ask? How is FP Market Broker? I don't know, I never heard of them. But if I quickly Google it, let's see. The first thing I look for is licensing. Ooh, big sign. Personally, for me, let me see. Registration license. Yeah, Australian broker, okay. I need them to at least be regulated in one of the legit places. So this is like, it passes the first check mark. The next thing I will check is their spread. Let's see. On GJ. Oh, 1.69. Let me see. Raw average is 0.59. What is my spread? Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, that's the only criteria I use. Other than that, just Google the reviews. This is my only criteria I use to see if the broker is at least somewhat legit. But I don't have any personal experience with them. Yeah, the spread looks decent, right, Eden? 0.5. half down on your company account after GU slip you 7 pips, that means you over risk, right? If you can lose half of the account, wouldn't that mean you over risk? How is it if you risk only like 1 to 2% per trade? How is it possible to lose 50% of an account in one trade? Even with slippage. Wait, let me see. Is there a reason that your 4-hour candle on MT4 is not closed and on Tradingview is a new 4-hour? Okay, what's your Tradingview broker? Yeah, Andy's right. It's about the time zone, I think. Ooh, what's this? Butterfly pattern. I don't know. Butterfly means fly? I don't know, man. I don't trade patterns. No, but he has an arrow that says down. So, I guess down. Isn't this W also? W? I don't know, man. All I know is if this is a strong zone, wait for rejection to sell. Other than that, just wait. No confirmation to sell. This pattern can show whatever it wants to show, but if there's no confirmation, you cannot sell. Unless you want to sell an inshallah. Half means only $4. I think the dollar amount is irrelevant. The fact that you lost, I'm more concerned about the percentage you lost. If I'm a company and you lost 50% of my account, I'll be very worried. I think it's half of, he said. What kind of company is that? Regardless, if you can lose 50% on a trade, 50% of your trading account, there's a problem. I think he's talking about I don't know, man. I have no idea. I'm more focused on the fact that there wasn't risk management and 50% was lost. Risk management is a priority, regardless of how big or small an account is. Where are my friends? My friends are here. Who is my friends? You understand his concept and his strategy is very dangerous. He only gets one of 30-minute bar and then your chance to lose is 50-50. Jai, take it a step back. It's not dangerous if you can manage the risk. Okay, it's just where you enter a trade that is the problem. If you have noticed, right, at Raja's timing, not that he has a choice, it's just it happened to be like that, but a lot of the times he's catching the end of a very big move. So if you're trading at an extreme high or low, right, it's just riskier. So, and he will buy at a high even though it's already at a high, because he will trade the impulse, but that's why he only takes 10. So I think if you look at it in entirety, right, that's how he trades, and that's the reason why his TP is so small, and that's why his stop loss has to be so tight also, because of the way and where price is in terms of the overall structure already. So you need to factor that into your decision when choosing a strategy, I think. My streamers? Oh, you mean why are they not talking? They were just now, I think. Or I think he's talking about the rest of the people who stream at this time. No one else is on except me. And that's why I think I have more views today. It's like Siat is not on, Monty is not on, Luke is already off very long time ago. That's why I'm the only one left. Yeah. Yeah. Small target, big lots. Yes. It works for him because his account is so big, right? But if you have... Okay, so what I found... If you have a very small account, you trade the Raja method, you will feel so much greed, it's not even funny. Because when Raja closes his trade, right, it is a substantial amount, even though he cuts it at like 1 or 2 pips. You have a small account, you cut your trade at 1 or 2 pips, you see the amount of profit that you had, right? Or you see the amount of loss, and you're like, what the hell is this trade? And then you want to attack the market again. It's a psychological thing. So it's entire package, I think. Yeah. If you look at it in the other way around, price is never too high or low. Yeah, depends on how you want to manage the trade, right? That's why I say it's just different management styles. But you can have a sense of where is cheaper than the other places, because there's always a probability that yes, price can continue higher. So like for me, I was waiting to buy inside this area only, because my target is here. So this is the probable area I am willing to trade to. So will I buy above here to go up? No, I'll let it come down first so I have a bigger TP target. And if it doesn't, then I miss the trade. So I think it's preference. Echelon, if you want to find him, right, he's on the other stream. He's just not on my stream anymore. There are many trading styles, but profitability is what matters. I beg to differ. Risk management is what matters. So yeah, Ryan, I think so too. Because the last few days, the last few months, right, the last trading day has had some very weird sell-off. Or like, or price will fly. So I really cannot tell where it is. But I know that today is a very crucial day. So I'm just going to chill. If let's say price doesn't break this previous weekly level that I have, then I will look for shorts at this area. Samuel, read the above. I already said where he is. So anyway, I'm gonna go off. YouTube friends, please trade carefully. Price is at a previous weekly resistance right now. It looks like there is bullish momentum, but if you are buying at the extreme highs, be very careful. Your company will want you to double the account in 1 week, but you said that's not how it works. But they say no, make it work. You can make it work. Quit. This company is not worth working for. Who asked you to double an account in 1 week? That doesn't make sense. Clearly this company doesn't know how to trade. Is it a casino? Yeah, I don't work for this kind of company. It's gambling. Well, there's nothing to impress if you gamble on your account, right? I think investors are more... I don't know, I don't want to comment. It's not my company. But I can foresee this company blowing up. If that's their risk management. That's dangerous. Yeah. I wouldn't work for them. Okay, YouTube, I'm gonna go off. Again, please be careful if you're buying at the highs. Bye bye. Why you time? Beware of scam. Yeah. Let's see.